Hi there, it's Miss Dora. I'm coming today, and we want to talk a little bit about self awareness. Why is being self aware, something that it's really important? Have you ever started a new school or a new job or just a new group of people where you're trying to make friends and they're like, "Tell me about yourself," and you're just like, Ugh. I don't want to talk about myself because I don't want to seem conceited. But that's not necessarily what you're doing when you're being talking about yourself in that manner for people to get to know you. So I have a little activity today that we want to do, and it's going to just talk about how I'm self-aware, and hopefully you can take it and apply it to yourself. I tend to be very reserved when I meet new people. I don't want people to think that, oh, she's talking about herself or this that, and the other. But sometimes when we talk about, like, when you go to a restaurant and you order something and you're like, I want it scrambled hard with nothing in the middle, no runny stuff. That's talking about eggs. It's okay to say that and talk about yourself in that manner as well, because you know what you like. It's important to set boundaries about yourself as well. And also, it's important to be self aware because you're not going to get along with everybody. And it's good to know what your triggers are. What makes you kind of tick, or what makes you kind of feel calm and relaxed to be around a group of people. So, if you walk into an environment and you might get some butterflies or some uneasy feelings, if it doesn't align with who you are as a person, then that would be the reason why. So today, really just to get started talking about self-awareness, the definition just being that it's who you are and what makes you think the way you think and do. What's on the inside about yourself. And why is it good to know about yourself and be self-aware, especially when we're talking about mental illness, mental health, and different things, is it allows for positive change. So as we grow as people, we're always evolving and changing. As we grow with various things that we have in life. So like with COVID specifically, we know what our triggers are. Once we know that, we know, hey, do I like to go outside? Do I like to go to the grocery store? Am I okay with doing X, Y, and Z? You should be aware of what your boundaries are and not overstep those boundaries, which could send you into a tailspin of different emotions. Okay? So today we're going to do this activity. All you needed is a marker. I like this color. It's like bluish teal. And then a piece of paper. I already got started. So what we're going to do is just make a cloud. I'm not really too great at clouds, but I just do a little cloud in the middle or whatever. And then you can write I am. Like at Prodigy, we have like the big tree, and it's like I am special, I am important, I am, independent. And so we're going to just work off of that a little bit. And kind of just as a reminder, sometimes you need to sit down and remind yourself why you are the way you are and why you're important to not just yourself, but to your family and friends, and what value you bring to this world. When we talk about our value, we talk about maybe our purpose. We talk about what we are destined to be, or, and, how we just interact in this world, what we can give back to this world. So I wrote in my circle, I can't imagine life without, right? And it makes you really think about things. What can't you imagine your life without? So you can talk about your favorite foods. You can talk about some things about your, things you like to do with your family, with your friends. So the first thing I said, I will write is, I can't imagine life without music, right? So I love music. I love listening to it. I love playing it. I love just dancing to it. My son and we dance. I have dance parties all the time. So it's so great and so much fun and a good release to, just air out the day. I couldn't imagine my life without water. So I love the beach, not necessarily the sand, but I love the beach. And I love the bridges. I love just the landscape that water brings to us. When you're in the middle of the ocean, whether you get to walk out a little bit, maybe up to your waist, and you just look around and you see nothing but water, that kind of really does something for me. So I really can't imagine my life without water. So that's why I put that in there. The next thing I'll say is my family. I love my family. I love family time. I love barbecues. I love cookouts. I love holidays. I love being with my family. That's what kind of just brings me back together, brings me back to ground zero. If I'm having a really hard time, I'll go and get a hug, or I'll go and just talk out my feelings, or I'll send a funny text, and I can always count on them to respond back and just be like, ha ha ha, laugh back with me. Another thing I can't imagine life without, I would have to say, is, I don't know, like pizza. So like food, but pizza specifically. Because when I was a little girl and we had pizza days, that was like the best day ever. And like when you think about, or somebody says to you, tell me about one of your favorite days, and it's just like, oh, this night with my aunt, and I got to just eat the most gooeyest pizza ever, and it was just so amazing, and that was one of my favorite memories of her. So that's correct, pizza. I can't imagine life without it. Then next, I will say, I have music, water, family, pizza. So, it's really hard sometimes when you're like talking about yourself. So, I can't imagine life without movies. Okay, I like movies, so sometimes it's like you cuddling up next to a good book, but it's a movie, and I like it. So that's why I can't imagine my life without it. And another thing I like to do is I like to read the book, and then I like to read the movie, watch the movie, and see if it kind of like stays the same. So that's another thing. I can't imagine my life without Amazon. I'm addicted to Amazon. It's so easy and convenient, especially with the pandemic. And then, let me see. I love Beyonce, but I can imagine my life without her. It's just music, so I will keep that in music. And colors. I love colors. So I love tie-dye. I love, like, splats of color. I love, like, if I was an artist type of person, I would be the type of person that takes the balloons and hangs them up and then pops them, because that's so amazing to me. I love just to see the colors splattered everywhere. I love also clouds. Like when it's a good cloudy day, but not too bad. It's like sun and it's like shining through and the clouds are coming down and just looking so fluffy. Or when you're on an airplane and you get to see the clouds so like nice and fluffy. So I think I like clouds in that manner. Not like a bad cloud, like full of rain, but I like nature. And nature for me is clouds. Or let's just say nature too. I'll add that in there. But yeah. So those are the things that I can't imagine my life without. This is how it should end for you. I know it's probably flipped or something. But essentially, I would just really encourage you to sit down and think about those things. If you're having like a bad day and you don't really know what makes you who you are anymore, you kind of need some ground zero. That's a good way to just sit down and just enjoy yourself and be in tune with who you are. And it's a quick little thing. So again, I'm so glad to be able to be here with Project Return. I hope to see you all soon. Thanks again. Bye.